Yeah, just a quick review of the book, Stretching Over 50. Simple stretching exercises for seniors to improve movements, flexibility, balance, mobility, blood circulation, relieve joint stiffness, relieve back pain, and prevent injury. Yeah, I think this is a good resource. Stretching is something really good to think about because as you get older, you don't move as much as you used to probably. We don't do the same things we did when we were 18. Lord knows we're not 18 anymore. So your body's going to adapt to that. If you're not used to bending over a lot, your structures in the back and your back of your leg aren't going to be as pliable, not going to be as flexible anymore. So basically, use it or lose it. So if you have any areas that are tight, the cure, and you can get it back, is to stretch. Book is divided up into 16 sections. I'll name each one briefly just to give you an idea what's in the book. The first one's an introductory chapter. Two are the benefits of stretching for seniors. Number 3 is how can older adults improve flexibility. 4 is flexibility tests. Like a sit and reach test, you can determine, I think like in the picture here, determine how flexible you are or aren't. Good to know where you stand. Number 5 is the senior stretching plan. Number 6 is how long should I hold a stretch. Number 7 is how often should I stretch. 8 is what should I avoid when stretching. 9 is why can't I stay consistent with my stretching. 10 is stretching exercises for seniors. 11 is like a neck stretch. 12 is shoulder and arm stretches. 13 is back stretches. 14 is hip and knee stretches. 15 are other factors to consider. I'll talk a little bit about mindfulness there. And then 16 is like a conclusion. So yeah, as you can see, the book covers a lot of information when it comes to stretching. So if you're interested in increasing your flexibility, there's a lot of information in here for you. Glad to see that there's a lot of books coming out now for people over 50, seniors in particular. Used to never be a lot of books for seniors, but I'm glad to see, as that population gets older, gets bigger, as time goes on, we need more books like this to improve flexibility and strength as far as that goes too. Now, if you start doing stretching and stuff, exercising, another good book I know of if you run into knee pain, because this is also a big problem when people are trying to start stretching or exercising or strengthening exercise, they go to the gym, their knee hurts, so they stop. Treat Your Own Knee Arthritis by Jim Johnson PT. I really like the way this book frames knee arthritis, kind of gets you to reconceptualize it. Basically, don't think of knee arthritis as okay, your knee's like an automobile tire. I ran out of tread and then it's shot. That's it. Oh, my articular cartilage is wearing down. My knee's shot. That's it. Not true. The book is very evidence-based. For instance, some of the studies they go over, let's say you take 100 people and you x-ray their knees and you grade how bad their knee arthritis is. So you're going to find some people with really bad arthritis, some people with, no arthritis, some people with a little arthritis. And then they run pain scales and see how bad are these people hurting. Well, come to find out, and the research actually, surprisingly, is quite consistent over the decades, that there's really isn't a strong correlation between how your knee looks like on x-ray and how bad you're going to hurt. So in other words, research can find, when they do these kind of studies, they can find people with grade 3 or 4 knee arthritis, like bone on bone, that don't have any pain. And likewise, they can find people with grade 1 or 2 arthritis that are having a ton of pain. So there's a big discordance between, pain and how the status of your cartilage. How bad your cartilage looks on x-ray doesn't really tell the whole tale. So then what does? How can people with bone on bone get by walking around? Their knees may creak, but they're like, hey, I don't have much pain. I don't have any pain, not much discomfort. Well, it has to do with function. So you take that same study, you look at 100 people, you look at how bad their knee arthritis is or isn't, then you check their function. In other words, how strong are their knees? How flexible are their knees? That kind of stuff. What's the proprioception like in their knees? You could look at that. Now you can guess who has pain and who doesn't. It doesn't have anything really much to do with how much cartilage you have, because cartilage, by the way, doesn't have any nerve endings, can't give you pain. But you go look at function. Function can predict. The people who do have, like, say, grade 3 or 4 knee arthritis, bone on bone, that don't have much pain, Look how strong their quads are. They have really strong quads. Their function is great. So that's how you predict who has pain, not how your knee looks like on X-ray. Good concept. Look it up. I mean, the studies are here in the at the end of the thing. Judge for yourself. The research is quite consistent over the years in this. Anyway, to that end, this book is all about improving your knee function, and it's in a series of little tune-ups. How to make tune-up number one, how to make your knee much stronger. Basically, this emphasizes your quads, your quadriceps, big muscle on the top of your leg. About any knee problem you can have that you can name, I can probably show you a study showing you that you probably have a problem with your quads because pain does affect your quadriceps muscle. So it gives you an exercise for that, particularly in knee osteoarthritis. How to make your knee more flexible, get rid of that stiffness, how to improve your proprioception, that's your position sense. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of times when you have knee arthritis, you lose your position sense in your knee. Show you how to get that back, improve knee endurance. This is probably take you about 10 minutes to do a day. Some days even less when you just do stretching. Really good resource. If you start stretching or strengthening exercises, you run into pain, this is a good book to try out. If you're looking for stretching, got to get more flexible, check it out. Good resource.